Yo, what is going on, you guys? Repping the 407 here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, we are doing my Week 5 predictions. But before we talk about Week 5, we have to talk about Week 4. Week 4. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Repping the 407 here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, we are doing my Week 5 predictions. But before we talk about Week 5, we have to talk about Week 4. So, talking about Week 4, there was a whole bunch of injuries and a whole bunch of upsets. Like, talking about injuries, Dalvin Cook, he's out for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, Vikings fan, but you had a great running back, but he just got injured on his, fourth game, right? Fourth game of the season, and he's out. So, if you play fantasy, go pick up Latavius Murray. Talking about injuries, Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota both got injured, which is weird, because they both got injured last year, the same week. The same day they both got injured. It was the same injury too, but this year they got injured the same day as well. I don't think it was the same injury, but they both got injured the same day, which was just, I don't know, it might be Illuminati, but yeah. Now talking about the upsets, the Patriots and the Falcons, two teams that made it to the Super Bowl last year, played teams that were under 500 last year, and they lost. Like, the teams that made it to the Super Bowl lost to teams under 500. Like, what? I don't know what happened there. They just both lost. It was just a disappointment, upset, like I said. I don't know. I thought they were going to win, but nope, they just blew it. They said, nope, let's not play. But the Patriots just didn't play defense. And the Falcons lost their main receiver, both of their receivers, their number 1 and 2 receiver, and Vic Beasley's been out for a couple weeks for injuries. But that's just been the upsets. Another upset, kind of an upset, was, I would say, the Cowboys game. It wasn't really... It's kind of a toss-up. The Cowboys' defense isn't as great, and the Rams have been playing way better from last season, so it's not really an upset. It's just compared to the Cowboys last season to this season, it could be an upset. Alright, so here was my record from last week right over here. I did go 10-6. That's the same thing I went last week. The upsets is basically what killed me this week, but it was still pretty good. All I want to go is over 500. So as long as I go 8-8, that's good. But since we went 10-6, it's pretty good. I want to get 14-0, 16-0, whatever is the most I can. I think this week is 15 or 14. I don't know, because there's bye weeks, so I don't know what it is. But I want to get all right one week, and I want to predict the actual score of one game one time. I'm yet to do it, but it'll happen soon. But we're going to get straight into Week 5, talk about my predictions. The first game we are going to talk about is Tampa Bay Bucs against the New England Patriots. Jameis Winston and Tom Brady going head-to-head against each other, and Mike Evans and Brandon Cooks, I guess you can say. Mike Evans, every time he plays in the Color Rush, which is on Thursdays, he's been killing it. He's played 2 games in Color Rush, and he had 300 yards in those 2 games combined. I feel like he's going to have at least 3 touchdowns this game. No, I'm kidding. At least 2 touchdowns. I'll give Mike Evans 2 touchdowns this game. I feel like that's what he's going to have this game. And they're going to possibly win, but I don't think the Bucs are going to come up on top. I feel like the final score of this game is going to be 31-28 with the Patriots winning this game. But it's going to be a very close game. Jameis Winston's going to play very well, and Mike Evans as well. But I think it's just going to come out short since the Patriots want to come back and win after that hard loss last week. On to the next game, we have the Jets against the Browns, and then this game is going to be a close game, but I feel like the Jets are going to come up on top 17-14, because the Jets, they've just been surprising me. They've been playing pretty good. The last 2 games, they played pretty good, and they actually won last game against the Jaguars, who the Jaguars beat the Ravens the week before, 44-7. So, yeah, if the Jets manage to beat the Jaguars, I feel like they have a pretty good chance, especially against the Browns. I feel like they're going to win. It's going to be a final score of 17-14, but I feel like the Jets are going to come up on top. The Browns are still going to go winless, but they're definitely going to get a couple wins later in the season. On to the next game, we have the Lions and the Panthers. The Panthers and the Lions both won last week, but one of them has to lose this week, obviously, and that team is the Panthers. The Lions is definitely going to win this. I'm hands down. I'm putting money on this. If anyone wants to bet, we can bet, because I'm picking Lions all the way on this game. The final score is 28-24. The Lions are winning by 4, but I feel like it might be a different lead. I feel like the Lions will get a bigger lead, but I am not sure. I'm going to just leave it at 28-24. That is my prediction. It's going to be a pretty interesting game. On to the next game right here. We have the 49ers and the Colts, and I have the 49ers coming up on top with the final score of 21-17. the 49ers have been playing pretty well. People said they hate Brian Hoyer and all this, but when I've been watching the 49ers game, he's been passing pretty well. Obviously not the best, but he's been passing some good passes. And the other Thursday night football game against the Rams, he had like, what, 3 touchdowns was it? So not bad. He's been playing okay. Decent, but not the best, but he's been playing okay. So this is why I have the 49ers beating the Colts this week, because the Colts, yeah, I just don't like the Colts. On to the next team right here. We have the Titans and the Dolphins. And even though Mariota is going to get injured, I believe the Titans are going to still come up on top. DeMarco Murray is going to have 100 rushing yards. He's going to have 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm calling it right now. That's what he's doing. He's going to take off. But the final score of that game is 24-17. I don't know if Jay Cutler is playing how Jay Cutler normally plays, or he's just not even trying. But Jay Cutler, you need to do something, because you're just leading your Dolphins to failure. But on to the next game, Bills and Bengals. I believe the Bills are going to come up on top with a score of 25-18. The Bengals, they've been playing a little bit better from the first 2 weeks, which they went scoreless. But they've been scoring the last couple weeks, so that's good for them. But the Bills, they just beat the Falcons. So I feel like they beat the Falcons and the Broncos, actually. So I feel like they have a good chance of winning this game with the final score of 25-18, like I said. On to the next game, we have the Giants and the Chargers. Both 0-4 teams. One of them finally going to get their first win. But that team that's going to get their first win is going to be the Giants. And the final score of that game, in my opinion, is going to be 24-17. It's going to be an interesting game, like I said. But the Giants, I feel like they've been playing pretty good. But they've just been playing teams that have been better. And teams that have been able to outscore them. So that's why they haven't won yet. But the Giants, starting now, I feel like they're going to start getting better, like the Giants we know, and they're going to start winning games, and they're going to make it to the playoffs. Watch. On to the next game right here. We have the Steelers and the Jaguars. My favorite team, the Steelers, are going to come up on top. I'm a big bias. I guess you can say bias, but I feel like they're the better team in this instance. But the final score in this game, in my opinion, is 21-17. The defense between the two teams is going to be locking each other down, so I feel like Blake Bortles is Blake Bortles. He's not going to have the best game, but he might throw for like 2 touchdowns. But still, I feel like our defense can't stop him. And then the Jaguars defense can definitely stop our offense. It just depends how Big Ben plays and how Le'Veon if he gets enough space to run the ball. But it just depends on that. But like I said, 21-17 will be the final score of that game. On to the next game, Eagles against the Cardinals. Two bird teams going against each other. And the bird that's going to come up on top, going to fly higher, is going to be the Eagles. Eagles fly high, how they say. And I feel like it's going to be a final score of 24-14. I don't think the Cardinals are looking that great. Carson Palmer, he's been playing good. But I don't know. After last week against the 49ers, and all they did was kick field goals until overtime, I don't know what I can say about that. But they probably, they had that Andre Ellington catch, which got overturned, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't trust the Cardinals that much. They might be able to win, but I feel like the Eagles are the better team in this instance. On to the next game right here. We have the Rams and the Seahawks, and in this game, I have the Rams coming up on top 27-21. The Seahawks, they started off slow. They're getting a little bit better. They scored 20-plus points in the last 2 games. So they could probably do it in this game, which I do have them. I have them scoring 21, but I have the Rams scoring 27. The Rams have the most touchdowns, the most points in the league right now, which is insane. The Rams. We're talking about the Los Angeles Rams. But yeah, they've been scoring. They just been playing great. Jared Goff has been getting better. Todd Gurley is looking like the rookie he was, the rookie of the year we knew. And then Sammy Watkins is helping on the team. Their defense is looking really well. So yeah, that's why I have the Rams winning that game 27-21. On to the next game right here. We have the Raiders and the Ravens. And I feel like this is going to be a bounce-back game for the Raiders. They did lose the last 2 games, so they need to come back and win this game. And I feel like the final score for this game is going to be 24-21. It's going to be a close game because their defense for the Raiders isn't the best. It's good, but it's not the best. So it's going to be kind of iffy. Since they do have a good offense and the Ravens have a good defense, it's going to be harder for them to score. But still, it's going to be a final score of 24-21 in my opinion. On to the next game right here. We have another amazing game. The Packers and the Cowboys. You know what happened last season. If you're a Cowboys fan, just watch.
Into the NFC Championship game. It is good. The Packers are moving.
I'm sorry. I just had to show that clip. That's just a way to trigger Cowboys fans instantly. But I have the Packers winning once again in this game, and the final score is going to be 28-25. I feel like they're going to win with a field goal again. I feel like Mason Crosby is going to kick a game-winning field goal just like they did in the playoffs. With the score of 28-25, the Cowboys are going to come short by 3 points. On to the next game right here. We have the Chiefs and the Texans. This is the Sunday Night Football game, and this is going to be a crazy game. Because the Texans just finished scoring like 56, if I'm not mistaken. 56 points. Deshaun Watson had 5 touchdowns himself, which is insane. But the Chiefs are undefeated still, so it's going to be an interesting game. But I have the Chiefs still going undefeated with the final score of 21-18. Both of their defenses are great, and both of their offense are pretty decent. But I feel like the Chiefs are going to come up on top with Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill. They're both going to have 100 yards. One's going to have receiving yards, which is Tyreek Hill, and then Kareem Hunt is going to have 100 plus rushing yards. But like I said, the Chiefs are going undefeated, and they're going to be 5-0 to start off the season. And then last but not least, we have the Vikings and the Bears for their Monday Night Football game. And the Bears, I'm sorry, Mitchell Trubisky, you're going to lose your first game. Deshaun Watson lost his first game, so are you. So the final score is going to be 28-17. I feel like Trubisky is going to throw for 2 touchdowns, but other than that, I don't feel like there's going to be anything else for the Bears. So the Vikings are going to come up on top 28-17, like I said. It's going to be a good game, but I feel like the Vikings are the better team because they do have the better defense and slightly the better offense. Since the Vikings had the best 2 receivers in the league yard-wise, and they also had the top 3 running back until he got injured. So Latavius Murray, he can do something for them. So Latavius Murray, like I said, go get him in fantasy. But that pretty much wraps up the predictions. I went pretty fast on this one because I was just trying to wrap it up because my computer was acting up and it was crashing a lot, so I didn't want it to crash again. So I'm sorry that I was rushing it, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with my predictions? If you disagree, let me know down below. And let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think of the score? If your score is close or if your prediction's right, I might put it in the next video. I might show your comment like right down here or something like that. But yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe like always. I will be posting more videos soon. Till next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out.